Your Daily 180, 180 seconds of pure Bible study.
Welcome to this, your Daily 180 Bible study. This week we're going to be talking about a proper view of self. We're in James chapter 1. Let's begin at verse 9. We're going to read 9, 10, and 11. Let the lowly brother glory in his exaltation, but the rich in his humiliation, because as a flower of the field he will pass away. For no sooner has the sun risen with a burning heat than it withers the grass, its flower falls, and its beautiful appearance perishes. So the rich man also will fade away in his pursuits. This week we're talking about a proper view of self. Now the reality is an inflated view of self or a diminished view of self they're both wrong. And they will affect all of life. They will affect our relationships. They will affect our relationship with God, and it will affect our relationship with others. Let's talk a little bit about having a proper view of self in the sense of not having a diminished view of self. He says in verse number 9, let the lowly brother glory in his exaltation. You know, we need not say, well, I have no value, I am of no significance. That's not true. We need to be humble, and we need to have a proper view of self. But if you are among the human race, and you are, then you have value. We're told in Genesis chapter 1 and verse number 26, we're made in the very image of God. And God has made humanity the crowning act of creation. But also, if you're a child of God, you have been recreated, and God's goal for you is to be conformed to the image of His Son. Listen to 1 John chapter 3 and verse number 1. Behold, what manner of love the Father has bestowed on us, that we should be called the children of God. Anyone who is a Christian should not have a diminished view of self. You're a child of God. Now listen very closely to me. If being a child of God is not enough, then you'll never do enough in your life. I don't care how many degrees you get. I don't care how big your paycheck is. I don't care how fine your home is. If being a faithful child of God is not enough, nothing will ever be enough. And here James is saying that in verse number 9, we need to have a proper view of self. Thank you for being with us today, and join us again tomorrow.